We recognize the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Williams.
Just to help you along the way, let me tell you, it's on these tax issues you're getting asked about. Just remember this: low taxes helps business, high taxes hurt business. Now, I sent you letters on February 4th, February 25th, March 18th, April 9th, April 15th, and April 19th to try to give my constituents an update on the Save Our Stages and the PPP program. And like we've heard today, to date, I have not received one response, even with the chairwoman being on these letters with us. So what you're doing, you're ignoring my request. You're blowing me off. You're blowing 700,000 people off in my district in Texas that sent me to Washington to help fix problems. So, Madam Administrator, when we spoke on the phone last month, you said that these communication problems would be fixed, and yet nothing has changed, not only for me, but for others. So what are you going to do to get these communication issues fixed? Or should we just talk to lobbyists? I mean, we're hearing more from lobbyists than we are from your office. So should we talk to you or lobbyists? How are you going to get this fixed? And with a short answer, please.
I remain committed to transparency and collaboration, and we've done over 100 briefings to date. We're providing weekly, monthly reports, an increase in outreach to our oversight committee.
But you have failed to call me back. Second question. Today marks 151 days since the Shuttered Venue Operator Grant Program was signed into law by President Trump. I am the author of that. We've seen countless music venues and movie theaters go out of business while the rest have been struggling to keep their doors open until this vital assistance hits their bank accounts. And as these businesses have been waiting while the Small Business Administration struggles to get the program off the ground, the agency turned all their focus to the Restaurant Revitalization Fund and got funds in bank accounts within 7 days of the application opening. To the date that now has sent nearly $28.6 billion out the door, while the Save Our Stages program has delivered absolutely zero, nothing. So it's hard to classify the SBA's rollout of this program under your watch as anything but a total disaster and a total failure. So on behalf of 12,000 venues who've waited over 5 months, when will these businesses see the money? We understand today through the lobbyists, we've learned that. And is it a problem? Was this way because this was a President Trump thing and you just pushed it aside, like we saw so many with the Biden administration? So why can't we get it right like we did with the restaurants?
I appreciate that question, and I just to clarify, this Shuttered Venues Operator Grants Program is being administered by a whole different team. Our Office of Disaster Assistance. We actually placed the Restaurant Revitalization Fund in a different office to ensure resources.
Well, why don't you give it to that group and let them get? Why don't you Madam Chairman? Why don't you give it to that group and let them get it out?
Well, actually, this team has been working really diligently around the clock. They are capable and being effective in terms of finally overcoming some of the initial technical issues that we experienced with the vendor. This program, obviously, we've had over 13,000 applications and we're working through those as quickly as possible.
Right.
This was a much more complex program as written. Some of those learnings, yes, were taken as the RRF was written so that we had some simplification in the process by statute.
I hear you. I've got another question, but it's going to be hard to tell those people that, okay? Now, thirdly, building off this last question, when we say that there's been zero money delivered to Save Our Stages, that is just talking about the first priority group. There are 2 more groups that will likely be waiting until July to receive any money at the rate we're currently moving. So additionally, we saw the RRF that the money ran out the first priority group was after they were able to apply. So Administrator Guzman, can we expect to see the same numbers in the Save Our Stages program with a great deal of businesses being left out of any assistance at all, as we did with the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, or should we just ask the lobbyists?
We actually have, applicants from all of those priority groups. So the 90% losses, we have about 4,000. We have, another couple thousand in the 70%, another 4,000 in the 25%. So we encourage everyone to apply. We don't anticipate that this money.
They do apply, but they can't get the money.
Correct. We're processing them as we go in those priority categories. However, based on the demand so far that we've seen, we do believe that we have enough funding.
Well, you need more people then, I guess, that to help get it done. Anyway, I think my time is up, Madam Chairman. I yield back.